Welcome to the Mystic's Heart and welcome to a beautiful new day. It's great to have you with me this morning, and wherever you happen to be, I hope that you're having a beautiful morning, and perhaps time here on the Mystic's Heart will add to that goodness of today. So good morning, wherever you happen to be. It's good to see you, and always understand that on Tuesday mornings, it's about sharing. It's about letting one another know what it is that you've got going on. It's a community, in other words. So good morning, Erin. It's good to see you this morning. So Hihane Washte, good morning. Lila Washte, it's a very good morning. Yesterday we had thunderstorms in the middle of January, and so we had a lightning strike on our internet provider, and the internet provider is not fully back up and running. So if we have any hiccups or gurgles along the way, that would be due to the thunder people who came to visit our internet provider yesterday. So those winter thunderstorms are really something else, aren't they? Just astounding. So I've not been much on the internet, and that's okay too. So we have this new system, kind of backup system, rigged up and ready to rock and roll, and we'll see where we go this morning. Anyway, good morning, everybody. I sure will, Michelle. I'm happy to be here. So yesterday, when it's thundering and lightning, I, of course, took the opportunity to have ceremony and prayer and to be with those Wakian Oyate, the Thunder Nation, during all of that. So we are going to begin, everyone, with a great big deep breath in, if you would. And for those of you that care to like and then share this show, that would be fantastic. I can't do that this morning under these circumstances. So if you could share for me, that would be wonderful. Let's draw a group card this morning, right off of the get-go, as they say. The Firebird. The Firebird card is here for all of us. The Firebird message is one that I really enjoy. It says, don't be afraid, be alive. Don't be afraid, be alive. Right? How many times do we shrink from ourselves, from our own gifts and talents, because maybe we're afraid of what others might think, of what others might say, what others might type into the message scroll underneath a show or underneath the Facebook posting. Don't be afraid, be alive, be who you are in good ways, walking that Chankuluta, the good red road. Don't be afraid, be alive. Hihane washte chue. Firebird, don't be afraid, be alive. That's our message, everybody, for today. All of us, don't be afraid. Get out there, be alive, live your life. I want to take a look at everyone who is here in the chat. I sure will, Rob. Happy to do that. Absolutely. Hey, Sonia. Yeah, those thunderstorms, they got us good. It was quite the show yesterday morning. I loved it, of course. I thought it was just fabulous. Oh, good. It's good to see everybody. All right, so let's just get going here right straight away. I love it when a card flies out of a deck, as this one did. It's the Totems from the Mysteries of Ancient Egypt Teachings. Yeah. Tutankhamun reminds us, this is a group card, by the way, to remove the masks. King Tut says, everybody already knows who you are. Those that love you already know who you are behind all of your masks and your facades, so you might as well remove them anyway. It's a wonderful reminder that during the course of our lives, we can oftentimes don many masks. King Tut says, remove the mask and be who you are. Long time ago, it was a long time ago, I was visiting with Sonia Choquette at her home in Chicago. I was sitting in her living room with her. And we had that discussion about why we wear the masks that we wear. And at that time, as she put it, I was wearing the corporate mask or the corporate uniform, and talking about the uniforms that we wear and why we wear them. But why do we continue to wear them 24/7? What about letting our hair down? What about letting people see who we really are and sharing those gifts and talents as well? And it really led me to some thoughts after that conversation with her about being comfortable in my own skin, not just comfortable in my corporate skin, but comfortable in this skin, right? I call it my Stevie Nicks clothes. So be comfortable in your own skin, says King Tut. Good morning, Angie. It's good to see you in the house as well. Morning, Holly. All right, this next card is for shuffle. This next card is for a very special person. This one goes out to Dottie down in the beautiful state of Florida. Dottie, this one is for you, and it is the Scarab teaching. And Dottie, all of us are sending gentle hugs and love. And I think that this is probably a perfect card for you. It says, celebrate your life. Celebrate your journey. Celebrate the lives that you have touched, the joy that you bring, the woman that you are, the life that made you the woman that you are. Celebrate each and every ounce, every moment, every second of your life. We celebrate you. You celebrate you. This is a card of celebration. Celebrate your life. And the mantra simply says, I celebrate my life. This is a card of beauty. And it is a card that teaches us that every moment of our life has made us who we have become and who we are becoming. I'm just noticing all of a sudden we've got snow arriving. So there you have it, my friend. And know that we're sending lots of love from Michigan to you and to your family. And your life is a celebration. All of life is a celebration. We celebrate you. You make a beautiful and joyful difference in this world. And you are very, very loved. Marianne, Malika. This one is for you. It is the angel of prayer, Salafiel. Salafiel says, every thought that I think is a prayer. Every word that I speak is a prayer. This is a card that celebrates you as a prayerful woman. It also celebrates, Marianne, those times that you have made prayers on behalf of another. And for the fact of the matter that you have been and are the answer to a prayer for those who are in need. Salafiel is with you in your prayers and reminding you that prayers are potent vibrations of love energy. And I think I can leave it at that. Yes, Molly, absolutely. You're welcome, Marianne. Please let Dottie know that we're all holding her in lots of love. Hey, Lady Hawk. Okay, this one is for my Chue, my sister, Del Marie. Oh, Chue, look at this one. Cheta Oyate. Cheta Luta Oyate. Red Hawk. It's interesting, Chue, when I said hawk, Cheta, Spirit said no red hawk. Red tail hawk for you, Chue. You have nothing to fear, be fearless. I see things with great clarity, says the hawk. I have nothing to fear. This is a card of fearlessness. Hawk Nation is with you, Chue. Yeah. Oftentimes I am asked the question, Denise, who beads your moccasins? Who creates your beadwork? 99% of my beadwork is done by my elder sister, Del Marie, and including my moccasins. Can she make moccasins for you? She can. Can she make beautiful little beaded pouches for you? She can. And she puts a lot of thought and a lot of prayer into every bit of everything that she does. It's not something that she puts on an assembly line and kicks it out. She does a lot of prayerful thought as she is creating. So if you would, Chua, if you would be so kind as to put a way that people can get a hold of you in the chat, if they would like to talk to you about some beadwork, that would be wonderful. All right. Michelle, this one is for you, Michelle. It's not that one. It's this one. It's the paint horse. The paint horse is about freedom. Horses represent many things. Represent the Thunder Nation. Represent freedom. Freedom. Letting go of situations, unfettering yourself, unshackling yourself to anything that is holding your heart, your mind, your emotions, your body hostage. Every so often, it's really good for us in our human journey to take a look at anything that is holding us back. To really take a realistic look. And the horse nation says, take a look. You know, horses are so curious. They love to smell everything and they love to get right into everything and be nosy about it. Horses are nosy folks. And then after they take a look at it, they free themselves from the fear of it. One of the things that I do with my horses when I'm working with them in the arena are the typical things of having them walk over crinkly things, tarps and all of that, and come close to objects that they've never seen before so that they're accustomed to trail riding. And once they sniff and they crinkle around and they smell around it and look at it and move it around, they're no longer fearful of it. They freed themselves from the fear, whatever it was that was shackling them to it. So the message for you, Michelle, is free yourself. Free yourself. Be free. And this one is for your boyfriend. It's Muriel. It's Muriel, the angel that reminds us to take good care of our sensitivities, to be gentle with ourselves, to nurture ourselves, and to be good to ourselves. So your boyfriend, sometimes our boyfriends, the men in our lives, the male figures in our lives, sometimes don't take very good care of nurturing their sensitivities or even realizing that they are sensitive, that they are also intuitive beings. This is a card that says you are a sensitive and a highly intuitive being. Honor that. Honor your intuition. Honor your gut feelings. Go with what you know. Honor that and nurture that. Love that. Good morning, Nellie. Good morning, Cindy. Good to have you there. Hey, Mervyn. The picture of Del Marie putting on your mocks in your new book is very touching. I enjoy looking at it. Much love in that picture. Yeah, there is a photo. Chue, I don't know if you remember that, but in my new book, there's a photo of you putting my mocks. You're welcome, Michelle. My new mocks on me in the ceremony. In the ceremony. Aaron Camacho. This one is for you, Aaron. Oh, this is perfect. It's the sun-faced Kachina. Okay, so the sun-faced Kachina says, stand in the light. Kachina, the sun-faced Kachina, is the bringer of life. The bringer of life. Stand in the light. Stand in the light of who you truly are. Not everyone is going to understand that when we do it. It's not up to us to, make them understand it. It is up to us to stand in our light and our calling. Stand in your light, Aaron. You're a leader. You are a natural born leader. Lead. Lead with your light. Lead with your heart. Stand in that light. The light radiates. It's interesting when people come here to my home, when they enter into my home, the first thing that I notice about them is their light. It is their aura. And in the aura, in their light, I can feel a lot about them. And when I go places, if I'm listening to somebody speak or I'm in their energy, the first thing that I notice is their light, the light that they are standing in. Some people will put on a quick facade of light, but eventually that fades away. And I can see and I can feel the light that they're really standing in, which is a great good thing, right? Most of the time, every once in a while, But the bottom line is this: not everybody gets how we stand in the light, why we stand in the light, why we do what we do, why we say what we say, why we stand up for something. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. I was just having this conversation with my niece, Janelle. Every so often, she and I get on these text message conversations together. She'll send me a note, hey, Auntie, and then it begins. Then we're on a roll. And we were talking about texting back and forth about standing in the light of who you are. And if you're a leader, don't shrink from that. Don't shrink from that. You're a leader, Aaron. Don't shrink from it. Just saying. Okay. Good morning, Rochelle. Let me have a look. Sonia. This one is for you. Oh. From the Mysteries of Ancient Egypt, aka the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I love doing research. When I was creating these empowerment cards with David, I love the research part. I am a nerd. I admit it. I am a nerd. I've always been very nerdy when it comes to history, when it comes to books, when it comes to learning. Nerd. I wear that badge of honor. Halls of Amenti. Halls of Amenti say, good morning, Cheryl. Halls of Amenti say to us, lay down what no longer fits. Lay down what no longer nourishes. Lay down what is no longer part of your path, of your soul's growth, of your soul's grand adventure. Not an easy thing to do. Because sometimes the halls of Amenti also mean that we have to gently lay aside people, situations with love, and keep moving through our transformation. A reason, a season, or a lifetime. A reason, a season, or a lifetime. Sometimes things are for a reason. Sometimes we know for a season, sometimes for a whole long lifetime. And it ebbs and it flows. It separates and it comes back together, our paths. And in the end, it all comes back together, doesn't it? But right now, as you're going through a transformation, just gently lay aside and welcome the new. Lay aside and welcome the new. All right. Let me have a little look-see in here. Oh, good. Sometimes I get so caught up in having fun with everybody. Hey, Star. Good to see you this morning. Hey, William Elliott. Always stand in your truth. Yes, not everybody's going to understand it. Some people will run screaming in the opposite direction from you. And other people go, that's interesting. I'd like to learn more. And, the double edge of that is that sometimes we gently lay aside people, places, and things until the appropriate time to remerge, comes along. And simultaneously, sometimes people can also be thinking, oh my God, what is Dana doing? What has she lost her mind? She has lost her mind. And they go running and screaming in the opposite direction until they are ready to take a closer look or the time to come back together comes, right? So it happens both ways. Sometimes people come, they go run screaming from us as well because they don't understand the path or the growth or what we're undertaking at any given time. And it's all okay. Stand in your truth. Love yourself. Love yourself. Elise Miller, on that note, love yourself. Elise Miller. It's the teaching of the Greek thriae. Thriae. Thriae represents the third eye, the sixth sense, represents psychism and intuition, the mysteries, the mystic. Whenever I am looking at all of these cards and I come to this one, it reminds me, oh, that's right, I'm not just a human having a human experience. I am also a mystical being having a human experience. What does my soul have to say today? When was the last time you just sat for a minute with your soul, with your higher self? This is a call to do that. This is a call to do that. It's calling you to meditation, contemplation time, Elise. Listen, write it down. I'm always writing things down, little notes as things come to me. Write it down. You're being called to meditation, prayer, contemplation. Oh, good. Sonia is saying, no, people, but I am doing clutter clearing. I do get overwhelmed and lack the motivation to do that at sometimes. Wonderful. Yes, it can be things. It can be a clearing of things. Mm-hmm. How much stuff do you have laying around? Because stuff will hinder the ability for energy to flow. Spiritual energy, chi, all of it. So yes, decluttering the house is so important. It is. What are you saying, Rochelle, there? I have severe lower back pain, bulging discs, growth on my sacral area. Have spondylitis, a type of arthritis. Going to the pain clinic. Oh, my. Sounds like what you should be doing is what you're doing. Going to the pain clinic, seeing your doctor, looking for ways to handle that. Pain. Yes, take good care of your body, as you know. I think you're doing exactly what you need to be doing. Yes, and clear out the junk. Clear out the junk. Hey, Carla Jo. Paths run together, then apart, and then come back. Yes, absolutely, they do. Sometimes, Kelly Spencer and I are a classic example of this, right? We were friends in junior high and high school, and for 36 years, our paths went that way. And after 36 years, came back together. Isn't that marvelous? It does happen. Sometimes it's for a month. It can be for a few years, but it can be 38 years, right? That is a really great point, Carla Jo. We just never know. That's why we love from afar. Keep the love going. And when the time is appropriate, all things converge again according to divine time. Okay, CJ, Carla Jo, you eclectic pagan, you. It is the teaching of Tesawiya, the white buffalo calf woman, that says, remember that as you give, it is also good to receive. This is a card of balance, of being in balance, of giving and receiving, and asking for help when we need to ask for help. But Tesawi, I feel as though she's calling you into ceremony and prayer and would like to meet you in those spaces more so than the other, than the former. And I know you know what I mean. She's calling you from the ethers, as they say, from the realm of spirit. All right, Molly. Molly, this one is for you. It is the Archangel Metatron card. Good morning, David. Good to see you in the house. Metatron. Hey, Virginia. Metatron is a card that represents transformation. Transformation into our higher self, into higher knowing, merging more with our higher self and our understanding of creation. We transform every time we look deeper into the mystery of our own self with a capital S. When we do our healing work, we transform. This is a card that says wonderful changes, higher wisdom teachings, Molly, are coming to you. Pay attention. And in the transformation is the old teaching that you can't unknow what you know. One time I was sitting in a wonderful room, and Dr. Rabbi Label Wolf, he at the time was the head of the Jewish faith community in Australia. And I was there listening to him because I happen to be a fan of Rabbi's work. And he talked about that when we open up the door to spirit, sometimes we think that we can close the door completely, but we never really can. It's always just a little bit open when we open up the door to coming to understand ourselves with a capital S, and our lower self, coming to understand the mystery, our origin. Once the door is open and we say to the universe, I'd like to learn, I'd like to explore, I'd like to grow in wisdom and knowledge of this whole experience of being, the door is open. Spirit says, oh, look, the door is open. The wanting to be a wise doorkeeper is always a good thing, which is good, healthy boundaries and such. But this is a card, Molly, that says pay attention. Growth is at hand. Welcome it. Good and healthy boundaries are always in order when we are living a spiritual life and a human life. So enjoy the growth and the transformation. Happy birthday, Virginia. She turned 50. That's a wonderful age. I loved turning 50. Of course, I like that anyway. I love birthdays anyhow. I never get bugged out by my age or any of that. Because you know what? Life's an adventure, and every year is a bonus. Every moment is a bonus. So this is for you, birthday girl. It's the Archangel Saint Raphael. Virginia, Raphael. The Archangel Raphael reminds you that just be yourself. At 50, just be you. You've come a long way, baby. Sit a moment with Raphael. And you know what? Let go of those things to Raphael that you're ready to let go of at 50. I remember when I turned 30, which was a long time ago. I remember that was really when I began thinking that I really wasn't so concerned with what other people thought about me, which was huge at 30. And so, I mean, for myself, the letting go of what other people think of me and of my work, that can be a long work in progress for some people. But right around the age of 30 is when I was like, you know, I am who I am. I know who I am. And what other people think of me is what other people think of me. And that's okay. So I let go of that at 30. And increasingly let go of it every day of my life because I'm here to do work. I'm here to serve a purpose. And my purpose isn't going to be like everybody else's purpose, nor is yours. So celebrate you, birthday girl, and your purpose, and let go of those other things that you're ready to let go of. Give them over to Raphael. Violet. This one is for you. Speaking of boundaries from the mysteries of ancient Egypt, it is the Egyptian god Sobek. Sobek says we are responsible for the wisdom we hold and the way in which we wield it. This is a card of responsibility. We are all responsible for the knowledge and the wisdom that we hold and the way in which we wield it. utilize it, share it. And so this is a card that says, not everybody wields their energy, their power, their whatever it happens to be in a good way. And so Sobek also says it's important to have good and sacred boundaries. I guess today is kind of a boundary day with people. What are your boundaries? What are your borders? Continue to do your work with integrity, Violet. Not everyone is going to work with integrity, but this is a card that acknowledges your integrity and the need for really good boundaries in our lives. It's the crocodile god. Long time ago in Egyptian master school, for lack of a better term, as masters were going through their training in self-mastery, one of the rings on the master's headpiece was earned by swimming across the Nile and from Kamumbo, that particular temple, under the Nile and through the crocodiles. Because of the Aswan Dam, there are no longer crocodiles in the Nile. But at that time, there were crocodiles. And so in the very deep dark, the master would swim through the crocodiles in the Nile. It's all about having great understanding, sensitivities, and being aware, awake and aware. Part of being awake and aware is having good boundaries, healthy boundaries that help us be awake and aware. All right. Good morning, Anna. It's good to see you this morning. Hey, Katie Battle. You're welcome, Virginia. Okay, Rochelle. It's the gargoyle card. The gargoyle. I really like this card. The gargoyle is actually mythology that comes to us from France. And the message of the gargoyle is victory is yours. Victory is yours. Do not give up. Victory is yours. You're welcome, Violet. You are very welcome. So hang in there. It's not easy when you're dealing with pain. It's not easy when you're dealing with a condition at all. But hang in there. Keep the faith, Rochelle. Keep the faith. Rob. Okay, two of them actually flipped up. We're going to go with this one, Cleopatra. From the Mysteries of Ancient Egypt. Cleopatra, Queen Cleopatra. Or as they say in Egypt, Cleopatra. It's about leadership. It's about being a good leader. You are being called to lead. And remember, sometimes we get called to lead the ship that seems to be sinking, don't we? Sometimes we get called to be the person at the helm of the ship that seems to be going through the biggest storm, tossing and turning and nearly running amok and into the stones and all of that. Why do some of us sometimes get called to lead those ships, to captain those ships, and not the cruise ship going to Tahiti? Well, because sometimes we have to lead because of integrity in leading, in our ability to commandeer a ship through winds and rains and storms. You are being called, Rob, to lead through the storm. Take a leadership role. There you go. Julie. Wow, okay, we are just on a roll here with Egypt this morning. I love Egypt. Love the Egyptian people. They're beautiful people. It's the Ankh, the key of life. You have the key, Julie. You have the key. You know you have the key to unlock anything. With a little elbow grease, as my dad used to say, we can accomplish just about anything. It's also about having the faith, keeping the faith, using the key, your wisdom, your knowledge, your fortitude, your light to unlock life. Use the key. You have the key. You have the wisdom, Julie. And I would also, Julie, recommend that you look into the fuller meaning of the Ankh, because it's being handed to you at this time. There you go. Bill Elliott. It is the Archangel Chamuel, the angel o' love. It's the angel of love. Loving yourself, having love in your life, letting go of old, outdated love, letting go of harmful love, letting go of dead love, and welcoming loving love into your life. And when we have a problem, letting go of old, outdated, nasty, sour, past its date love, because sometimes we do. That's part of the human condition. We can ask Chamuel to help us with that. Isn't it amazing how we can let go of love that, you know what, the date on the carton expired years ago, and it's all curdled in a hot mess. And we in our humanity will hang on to that nasty old sour love because somewhere along the line we were told we needed to, or we haven't sought out the help to let it go. Chamuel is one of those beautiful angels that says, love yourself and allow healthy love into your life. Right? Sometimes we need the help of a counselor, a therapist, a healer, all of the above. There you go, Bill. It's all about love. And I'm going to leave that at that. Okay, star. It's the eagle, Wambli Oyate. It's Eagle Nation. Some people equate the eagle, Wambli, with the archangel, Saint Michael. It's about soaring to greater heights, to new heights. It's about journeying into the realm of spirit through prayer and contemplation and meditation. I'm reading a book by Rabbi Bartzok called Angels and Demons. And I happen to really like him anyway. If you are somebody like me and my sister Del Marie who likes to watch Ancient Aliens and all of those kinds of things, this particular rabbi is often on the show talking about the Torah and the Talmud and Kabbalah, and talking about the dimensions within the stars and the dimensions within the angels. That's the chapter that I'm on right now, according to the Talmud, according to the Jewish Torah. Eagle is with you, star. And I feel as though you're being called to do some work with, or some prayer journey work with eagle. See things from a higher, larger perspective. Good morning, Pam. Morning. Yeah, I like Ancient Aliens too. A very good friend of mine, William Henry, and I go back a very long way. I call him Billy Hank. William Henry and I go back many, 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 many years. And I like that show, and I've always liked what William presents anyway. Okay, Margaret. It's the Lamassu. We really are on a roll this morning with boundaries. Everybody, tighten up on your boundaries. The Lamassu says healthy boundaries are essential. This is the gatekeeper. Healthy boundaries. I would also say, Margaret, that healthy boundaries are also very important, not only in our boundaries with people. You know, none of us came here to be a doormat. None of us came here to be used and abused and treated poorly. We just didn't. But it's also about setting really good boundaries when we're getting ready for the next level of wisdom teachings. Very important. We can all feel when something is stirring inside of us. We know something is here. I can feel something. Something is coming. A new understanding, a new teacher, perhaps, that we're brought to, a new teaching, healing modality, whatever it happens to be. I always say to my students and clients, when you can feel that you are being brought to the next step, the next level, the next chapter, it's always really good to see where the boundaries are. Do you in the morning call upon your guardian angels to be present? Do you call upon your higher self? Do you call upon, the presence and the light of God? Are you setting boundaries so that the teachings can come to you in a good way without interference? So this is a card of growth and setting yourself up every day to receive the teachings in a good way. If we are willy-nilly in our boundaries, the willy-nilly is the way the teachings come to us. That is for sure. Hey, Kelly Spencer. Katie Battle. It's the grizzly bear. Mato Wakan Oyate, the Holy Bear Nation. Whenever the bear empowerment card comes to the top of the deck for me, it reminds me that my ancestors are with me. My ancestors walk through me. They speak through me. They surround me. They love me. Sometimes it's just a really great reminder to know that our ancestors are walking with us. Your relatives on the other side, Katie, want you to know that they are walking with you. That they are with you, that they love you. Mostly your mom and dad. I can see your mom and dad on my inner screen. Very clearly. I never got to meet them, but I can see them very clearly. They are with you. All right, Patty. It is the cricket, the card of the cricket, Patty. The cricket says, why are you waiting to sing your song? Why aren't you singing your song? Why aren't you sharing your gifts and talents to the fullest degree of your gifts and talents? The cricket says, get out there and sing. Shine your light, sing your song. Today is the day. It's also literally a card that says, sing. Make a joyful noise. Hum, chant, sing, move vibration through your body. Sing along. There's an amazing alchemy that happens when we sing, when we chant, when we bring vibration through the physical body. It's a beautiful thing. So you, my dear, are being called to sing. And metaphorically speaking, the question is, are you ready to sing your song? Are you ready to shine your light fully? The world stage is waiting. Lights, camera, action, Patty. Yay, today I shall sing loudly. Rock on, that's right. I do that in the house. I do. Well, I sing quite often, actually. I sing when I drive. I'm always singing. Some say I'm not particularly good at it unless I'm in the NEP. But I do it anyway. It feels good. It balances the interior energies. Does a great, great good thing to the insides. Mervin. Oh, here's a shock, Nellie. It's the Archangel Amethyst. It's all about crystals and stones. For those of you that are not yet part of my Facebook group page, Temple Within School of Sacred Studies, please look up the group, Temple Within School of Sacred Studies, and say you want to join the group, and I'll go on and I'll put you in the group. I'm starting to put together the events at the School of Sacred Studies this year, and Mervin, aka Nellie, and Tracy Civic will be at the school in August to teach a day of crystals and stones. And that class is filling up very, very quickly. Very quickly. There you have it. Here's an affirmation card for you, Nellie. It's the Archangel Amethyst. So yes, the name of the great group is Temple Within School of Sacred Studies. Go on over there so you can see who else is coming. We've got Catherine Skaggs, who will be with us in the springtime. We've got lots of good things going on and things I've not yet scheduled. So, oh, you're very welcome, Katie. You are very, very welcome. I would love to have met them too. There's no doubt about it. They raised a pretty amazing woman. They sure did. Pam, Doty Nation. This one is for you, Pam. Oh, I love this card. It's the angel Shamshiel. Shamshiel says, I am free to dance at the party called life. This is a card that says, if you're hanging out with the Debbie Downers, don't. Right? If the naysayers have gotten to you, let them go. This is a card that says you did not come here to be of service to the story or the intentions that anyone else has set for you. You came here to sing your song, to dance your dance, and to shine your light, not what anyone else has in mind for you. This is a card that says you are free to dance at the party called life. Your life. This is your life. This is your journey, your adventure. And yet, how often do we let the opinions of others or the thoughts of others hinder our dance? Last week at the Heartful Art Studio in Big Rapids, Michigan, I created a beautiful sign, one of those long, thin signs, for the top of my cupboards in the kitchen that says, this kitchen was made for dancing. And it is. I have a huge kitchen with an amazing tile floor. And sometimes my kitchen becomes a honky-tonk. Sometimes it's a disco palace. Sometimes it's for slow dancing. Sometimes it's for powwow dancing. All of it, not just one, but all of it, and all expressions of dancing and joy. Pam, get out there and live your joy. Get out there and live your joy. Hey, Lily. Yep, sometimes we have to let go of those people that suck the joy out of us. Kelly Ann, this one is for you. It's Hey Haka, the Elk Nation. Hey Haka reminds us that every moment of our lives is an opportunity to begin again. Every moment of our lives is an opportunity, Kelly Ann, to begin again. How do you greet the day? Asks Hey Haka. How do you greet the day? Joyfully? I know how I greet the day. Look out, world, I'm up, kinda. Because that's how it is around here. Good Lord, she's up. Everybody get ready. And then it's coffee time. But first, before my eyeballs are even open, I'm already saying thank you for this day. Thank you for this day. How do you greet the day, Kelly Ann? Our first thoughts in the morning help to create our day. And the good news is we can help to recreate our day, our life, our relationships, including our relationship with ourselves at any given moment. Isn't that marvelous? A new day is dawning. How do you greet this new day? Every day is a love song from the Creator. Lady Hawk. Cheta Wiam. All right. It's this card, the Salmon. The Salmon says, Lady Hawk, stop beating your head against a wall. Go with the flow. Sometimes we just knock our head against the same wall thinking we're going to make a difference or things are going to change. The Salmon says, stop swimming upstream. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. This is not a time for swimming upstream, Lady Hawk. This is a time for letting go and letting God, as they say. Let Spirit guide the way. Be open. It's not about being willy-nilly. It's about taking our hands off the steering wheel, right? The death grip. Let go. Let Spirit help you. And the other thing that Salmon reminds us of, Lady Hawk, just saying it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to ask for assistance. Yes, it is. All right, Holly Hagen. Holly, hey, Lily. It's my little sister, Lily. I call her Lily because her formal name is Lilian. That's how you say it, Lilian. Isn't that beautiful? Lilian. So I call her Lily. Okay. I don't know why I felt compelled to bring that up, but there it is. Good morning, Lily. Ihane washte. Buenos dias, Lilian. All right. Delgadillo. Anna. This one is for you. Ooh, it's the bobcat. The bobcat is graceful. It's feminine. The bobcat says, I know who I am. I know who I am. Sometimes not everybody understands who we are. And that's okay. The bobcat says, you know who you are. In the core of your being, you know who you are. Walk that way with grace and dignity. Walk that way with grace and dignity. You know who you are. Sometimes you are very fierce in your femininity. You are very fierce for those that you love. That's okay. Walk gracefully in that. You know who you are. Honor that even when others do not, because maybe they don't see it clearly. They don't know you well enough, perhaps, to know. Not everybody knows us all that well, and that's all right. That's okay. And I just want to say that I'm thinking of you and your family. Okay? Blessings, blessings, blessings. Yeah. Oh, I love my big sister. That's right. La familia, as they say. All right, Kelly Spencer. And I haven't forgotten you either, David. David. Kelly Spencer, KD Spencer, Kelly Dawn. There's a Kelly Ann and there's a Kelly Dawn. You are welcome. My morning always begins with thank you for this day and all of the blessings contained within it. And I sit for a moment and have prayers for everybody that I know is in need. Everybody who's going through something. Kelly, it's the wolf. Shunkmani Tutonka, the wolf, the teacher. This is about you stepping into the role, Kelly Dawn, as a teacher. Yes, and coffee. That is for sure, Kellyanne. Wakalapi. I don't go very far without Wakalapi. Kelly, it's about calling you into being a teacher. Okay, so everybody, you're listening to me right now, right? And yeah, Kelly is an extremely busy woman. She just is. You all love Kelly. I love Kelly. Cooking with Kelly. Just Kelly. And so I've been proposing for a while now that maybe Kelly might like to do a little 15-minute show, maybe a little 20-minute show here through Exploring Sacred, which is the umbrella for all of the shows that you will be seeing coming through the Temple Within, publishing and media. So I just kind of proposed yesterday that maybe she might like to do a little 15, 20-minute something now and again. So maybe you all could encourage her in the chat, in the thread here, that would be a really good idea. Kelly is an extraordinary chef. And not only that, her understanding of food and the culture of food and food culture is extraordinary. Yeah. So just saying, maybe we could all encourage her to really, really put on that thinking cap. Ooh, there you go, Kel. No pressure there. I think it is too. I think we would have a great good deal of fun, even if it's me and her together for 20 minutes. Just saying, Kel. All right. Lily. It's the angel Yehudia, Lily. This is a card that celebrates you. It celebrates your life. It celebrates your life. And it's interesting, Lily, because as I am pulling this card, it's interesting because I can hear your godmother in my right ear. Interesting, in my right ear. And what I'm hearing her say to me is tell her that I love her. And tell her that I heard her. I heard her. I feel as though you were having private conversation with her. And she wants you to know that she heard you and that she loves you. And she's also saying to you, you're welcome. She says that you know what that means. She's saying, tell her she's welcome. Okay. See, even David is saying, come on, Kel. Hey, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen Schmidt. Dang, where have you been, woman? All right, David. This one is for you. I love this one. It's the hippogriff. Love this one because you know what, David? Here's what it's saying. You are so good. Well, this is me ad-libbing. I'm ad-libbing this part. You are so good, David, at helping others realize their dreams and promote their dreams. What about yours? What about your dreams, David? The hippogriff says, do not allow your dreams to die. Do not allow your dreams to die. And I'm going to leave that there because you are so good at supporting others throughout life, your whole life, cheering them on, sometimes to the detriment of your own dreams and your own heart. This one says, honor your heart and your dreams. Don't let those dreams and your heart die. Going to leave that there. I'm leaving a lot of stuff there this morning, aren't I? Because I think you all know what I'm saying, what Spirit is saying. Hey, Daisy. All right, Mary Ellen. I'm going to have two Mary Ellens right now. Mary Ellen Hagen. This is the Swan Maiden. The Swan Maiden comes to us from the legends of Scandinavia. Represents the Valkyrie Shield Maiden. Nothing to be messed with, those Valkyrie Shield Maidens. Nope. The message for you, Mary Ellen Hagen, is this: you are divinely protected and guided. Pay attention to your own internal guidance, your connection to the Creator, your connection to God, to Creator, to the divine is beautiful. It is whole. It is healthy. Pay attention to that. I feel as though you got a lot of static and a lot of opinions around you. Sometimes we can have so many opinions flying around us like buzzing bees that we really have to push all of the opinions and the thoughts of others to the side and just take a moment and go within. Not that we don't honor other people's thoughts and opinions and all of that, but there are times when we have to say, thank you very much for that. I'm going to sit for a moment with my own intuition, my own connection to my body, my own connection to myself. Okay, Mary Ellen Schmidt. I'm just going to leave that, Mary Ellen, there for you. Yeah. I just feel like you just need to say to everybody, okay, I love you, and I'm going to go within right now. All right, Mary Ellen Schmidt. It's the fire dragon. The fire dragon says this: welcome to the mystery school, where all that we once knew or thought we knew is burned away to prepare us for the next level of knowledge that will then become our wisdom. Welcome to the next level of the mystery school, Mary Ellen. Those things that are burning away, you already know the shtick. It's initiation time. You've walked through the fire initiation. Prepare yourself for the next level. And you know what I mean. When Amantha Murphy was here last year at the school for Celtic shamanism, Mary Ellen and I were partners in a lot of the exercises. So we got to know each other much better than we knew each other before. And we've had lots of discussions about this particular topic, have we not? You are welcome, David. All right. Holly Hagan, did I pull a card for you or did I get off on some other bender? Angie Town. Just let me know, because sometimes, well, you know how I am. I don't even need to tell you. Okay. Oh, Angie, please email me so we can set up a time together. I'm looking forward to it, Angie. Angie, Asmodel is here for you, the angel of Taurus. I'm married to a Taurus. I happen to love the sign of Taurus. I have a lot of people in my life that are Taurus that are very, very close to me. Love the Taurus sign. When it is in balance, it is absolutely superb. It's on the opposite end of the scope or side of the scope to Scorpio. So either we are wonderful friends and very, very close to one another, or we butt heads, Scorpio and Taurus. But for me in my life, I love Taurus people. Taurus has this angel that is called Asmodel. Asmodel says, stay the course. Stay on your path. Do not veer off of your spiritual path at this time, Angie. Stay the course. Very important for you. All things happen in divine timing. All things happen in divine timing. I live in the present moment. Stay the course. Everything happens in divine timing. Be in the now. Very important to be in the now. Oh, thank you all. Jacqueline Coster. This one is for you, Jacqueline. You beautiful thing, you. It's the teaching of the Sphinx. The Sphinx is the watcher on the threshold. The Sphinx sits right in front of the Great Pyramid at Giza. The Sphinx is the wisdom keeper. The Sphinx understands the power and the potency of breath. This is a reminder for you, Jacqueline, to breathe. To breathe. And throughout the course of your day, to simply stop and breathe. This is why in so many spiritual practices around the globe, the potency of the breath is part of the spiritual practice, whether it's yoga, whether it's Egyptian, well, all walks really, the importance of breath in meditation, in contemplation, in preparing yourself for something. Elise is getting ready for her first checkoffs in nursing, and so she was practicing with me. And the first thing I said to her is, before you even begin the practice of your checkoff, I want to see you physically take a deep breath. In through your nose, and breathe out. In that breath, you are releasing toxins. Breathing in the fresh, when we breathe out, we are releasing toxins, toxic thoughts, toxic energies, toxins in our body. And so she has made it a practice that before she begins anything, any test, any checkoff, a deep breath in, full exhalation out. So you, my dear, are being called to pay attention to the importance of your breath. Take a deep breath, as they say. Oh, good, Angie. I'm looking forward to seeing you too. It'll be different not having your mom there. Oh, I loved your mom. And I loved it when you used to bring your mom to my house. What a great woman. What a wonderful woman. Wonderful woman. Holly Hagan, this one is for you, my love. Oh, you're welcome, Jacqueline. It's an important teaching about our breath. Holly Hagan, it's the Yeti. The Yeti says it's lonely at the top. The Yeti reminds us that we can start out on our spiritual path with all of our friends, right? Just like the Hobbit. And before you know it, we find ourselves alone in Mordor, don't we? We can find ourselves alone on the journey. Sometimes we find new friends along the journey. And sometimes we let go of them as well, or they have to go their own separate way, I should say. We were talking about this earlier. It's the ebb and the flow of the journey of our life, of our adventures. And sometimes we can feel utterly alone. Sometimes there are things that we have to learn in life. We call it the desert, the 40 days in the desert. We can't have anyone else with us. When I do Hamblecha, when I go up on my vision quest, I'm there by myself. Me, myself, and I on the top of the hill with just me and my Chanupa and spirit and creator. Sometimes we have to do it all on our own. Ain't no one who can do it with us, and that's okay. Sometimes it feels lonely, but we are never, ever alone. You must always remember that. Daisy, this one is for you. It is the angel Azrael, the angel of Scorpio, the mystic. Azrael reminds us to take time each and every day to slow down, to listen to the voice of our soul, of our guardian angels, of the Creator, of our allies. This is a practice that I do every day. Some people are what I call a weekend warrior. They do these things when they go to a workshop. That's okay. But for those on the path, on the journey, fully ensconced on the journey, it is a daily practice. Azrael is calling you to a daily practice of conversation with your guardian angels, with spirit, and acknowledging the fact that you, my dear, are a highly intuitive woman. Honor that. Trust it. Hone it. Learn more about it. There you go, Daisy. Marcia. Good morning, Marcia. It's good to have you here. Good morning, Shelley. Okay, Marcia. This one is for you. It is Ayamel. Ayamel is the angel of change. Ayamel says that when we take the leap of faith, the net of love appears. Take the leap of faith, Marcia. Know that the net of love appears. I feel as though there is a change that you are walking through. You are welcome, Daisy. Trust the change. Sometimes the biggest leap of faith that we take is within ourselves. It's within ourselves. You're welcome, Holly. Take the leap, the next leap. Trust. And Marcia, I'm going to say to you that really you also need to embrace yourself as a teacher. as a saged woman. Sage, S-A-G-E, sage. Teach. All right. Shelley. Shelley, this one is for you. It's the centaur. It's the mythology of the centaur. Centaur is, believe it or not, the divine doctor. The centaur says, healer, heal thyself. This is a card that says, Shelley, when was the last time you took out time for yourself? You did something for you, that you considered yourself first before others? Take a moment to bring healing, goodness, nurturing, joy into your life. It is important that you do that. Take some time to be good to you as you are so good to others. So says the centaur, the divine doctor. Don't you love these Tuesday morning reminders? I do. I just love it. Cindy Lynn. Cindy Lynn, this one is for you. It is the water dragon. The water dragon. The water dragon says, pay very close attention. Pay very close attention to your intuition. Your intuition is heightened at this time. Trust it, honor it, feed it. Trust your intuition at this time, Cindy Lynn. All right, Shelley, the card for you was the divine doctor, the centaur. It's the card that says, healer, heal thyself. And the question is, when was the last time, Shelley, you took time out for you, to nurture you, to bring joy and goodness to you? This is a reminder to nurture yourself too. And not just everyone else in your life, but take time to nurture yourself. Do something fun for you. Honor yourself and your needs, just as you honor the needs of others. Mary Zarowitz. This one is for you. Oh, I love this card. Anael. I am what the stars are made of. There are no lesser or greater than you. This is a reminder that you are made of stardust. You are made of stardust. It's simply a reminder. My essence is light. I am what the stars are made of. And I would say to you, Mary, that in your next meditation time, I would invite you to invite Anael to be present in your meditation time or your journey time. You're welcome, Shelley. Marcia is saying, yes, the times they are a-changing. Thank you, Dana. You are welcome. People ask, is your name Denise or Dana? Well, it's both. Dana is my birth name. And so as I say, my friends call me Dana. Denise is my legal name, but I did take back my birth name spiritually in ceremony in 2008 in ceremony with Carla and Ortrune Franklin. We had Coptic ceremony and I reclaimed my birth name. So Denise is my adoptive name. Can you call me Dana? Yes, I invite you to call me Dana because my friends, they call me Dana. But legally, I am Denise. That is my adoptive name. All right. Is there anyone else that I should draw a card for at this time? Please let me know as we wrap up our time together this morning. I'd like to thank you all for purchasing my book, Prayers and Incantations to the Light. Where do you get that bugger? DeniseIwana.com is where you can get it. Go to the books and all of that good sort of thing. And there are all kinds of books there that I have written, published. We are getting ready at Temple Within Publishing to this year publish a book that has been penned and authored by Carl Franklin. And it's going to be an extraordinary piece that will be coming out at the end of this year, the beginning of next year. So I'm very excited about that. Cindy Gray. How could I possibly have passed over Cindy? Good morning, Cindy, you beautiful soul. This one is for you. Shuffle, shuffle. I just keep shuffling until Spirit says, stop a minute. It's the Pegasus. The Pegasus says this: it's time for you, Cindy, to get creative. If you are being creative, Pegasus says it's time to take it to the next level. Or maybe it's time to take it just outside of the box. But it is time to take your creativity and work with it. However it is that you are creative. For some people, being creative means rearranging the furniture. They get to be creative, redecorating, dressing differently. So many ways to get creative. This is a card of creativity and honoring your creativity and also the uniqueness of who you are. You are creative in your mind. I feel as though your mind is continuously going. All kinds of thoughts and ideas and creative things coming to your mind. Pegasus says, honor that. It's a card of creativity. Creative genius. Thinking outside of the box. And honoring yourself, Cindy, as somebody who thinks outside of the box. That's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Stop thinking and do. Yes, exactly. Stop thinking and do. No doubt about it. And yes, Anna, this one is for your eldest daughter. It's the White Hart from the mythology of the UK. The White Hart says, go out and play. Let the adventure begin. Don't be so serious. Be joyful. Be childlike. Laugh. Don't be so serious. Don't take things so seriously. Yeah, have some joy. So she's having some rough issues in her pregnancy. Surround her with joyful things. I'm going to read this. Her pregnancy is not doing so well, and hopefully the angels might let her know something. I think my grandmother's spirit is with her baby. Okay, so beautiful. And what I would say is, rather than get lost in the worries, get lost in joy. Anna, she needs to be surrounded with things that are joyful, that are positive at this time. Positive energies, positive prayers, positive music, positive conversations, joyful conversations. This pregnancy is an adventure. This is not going to be the run-of-the-mill pregnancy. Surround her in joy, in upliftment, in inspiration as she is going through this pregnancy. Do not let the Debbie Downers, the naysayers, get to her. Continue to inspire her and bring her energy up. As her energy rises, of course, then the baby's energy rises as well. Positive, positive, positive. And everyone, let's surround her eldest daughter in beautiful, loving energy. Beautiful, loving energy. As this baby comes into the world, as the child arrives, we'll welcome this child with beautiful, loving energy, all of us, in a grid of love. Mm-hmm. Jane Joubert, good morning. Hey, Jane, this one's for you. Well, I don't even need to pull a card for this one, Jane. It's the Archangel. It is the Archangel Michael. Michael is walking with you. That reminds me also, Anna, please call upon Raphael and Michael to be with your daughter at this time. It's very important for you to call upon Raphael and Michael to be present with your daughter through her pregnancy as she goes through this. Michael, Raphael, and surround her in positivity. Jane, the Archangel Saint Michael, as I'm talking about it, is with you. And I am going to ask you to have conversation or meditation today with the Archangel Saint Michael. Light a little candle, create a sacred space, and just invite the presence of the Archangel Saint Michael. And I want you, Jane, I'm giving you homework. See, this is my homework face. I would like you to pay attention to all of the images, the thoughts, and the feelings that come to you when you call upon the Archangel Saint Michael, and to write those down. Don't discount or edit anything. Nothing. Edit nothing. Let it come through you and write down all of the impressions that you receive today. Not tomorrow, today. That's your homework. Tracy Civic. Tracy Civic. It is the owl. Hokaga. Okagashka, the white owl. White owl represents death and new beginnings. The death without dying and new beginnings. What is it that needs to die in order for rebirth to occur? That is the question from the owl, the wise old owl. Owl also says, Tracy, pay attention to your dreams. Both your nocturnal dreams and the dreams that you wish to bring to life. Pay attention. And what needs to die in order for that to happen, or them to happen in a good way. There you are. You are welcome, Anna. Yes, bringing babies into the world, being a spirit doula isn't always about helping people cross over. Spirit doula work is also about bringing babies in, and bringing the spirit of a child in. So sometimes in my home, I will have people call and say, Dee, we're headed to the midwife, or the midwife is coming, or we're headed to the birthing center. Will you hold space as a spirit doula for the child to come in safely? And I do that work. And I also do the work of spirit doula when somebody is getting ready to transition back home. There are so many ways that we help one another. And one of the greatest is with the energy of prayer, which is high intention thoughts and energies that have a beautiful focus. So yes, there you go. All right. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Jane. Good, good, good. I love the conversations that we have here on Tuesday morning. I really, really do. I so appreciate each and every one of you, and all of the ways that you shine your light in the world, and you shine it into my world, right? I would be talking to myself if you all weren't here with me on Tuesday mornings. Tomorrow night, Wednesday evening, on Looking Deeper, you can find the page Looking Deeper on Facebook. If you like it, then you will get the notifications of when Sandra Herrick and I go live with our show once a month. It's the fourth Wednesday of every month. Sandy and I are celebrating our 10th year together, co-hosting a monthly show. And in honor of the 10th year together, we have renamed our show from On the Road to Heaven to Looking Deeper. And we are beginning a series called Becoming Me. It's about how do we become who we are? What are the fires of initiation that we walk through? What are the changes? How do we grow? How do we grow through our experiences? In becoming who we are, what does that mean? It's going to be a very deep series. Tomorrow night we begin with, who are we once they are gone? Who are we once our parents have passed on? How do we behave in the world? How do we define ourselves? What's next? That will be tomorrow night at 8 o'clock on Looking Deeper. I hope that you join us. Just to help us celebrate 10 years together. That's a long time in partnership and working together. With that, everyone, blessings be. Have a most amazing day wherever you're headed, or evening wherever you happen to be. Shine on, shine your light as only you can shine it. Good day, everyone.